Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Right, you. So, there is no singing tonight. So, I've just done a 6 or 7 minute introduction to memberships as part of my homework for the YouTube Content Creators Group. So, that's done. And one thing that I'm going to be sharing is this. When I went to create these meme coins, they were in the same phrase as Donald J. Trump said to world media, which was they are supporter coins. And that's it. So the ones which is Mr. Dot G and Mr. underscore G, it's just two variations of the exact same thing, which is for this YouTube channel. And reason why is because there were people, fellow content creators, who kept mentioning the fact that trips away to Singapore, to Australia, to Korea, etc., they're expensive. And they all said basically the same thing, which was to smash the like, subscribe, and spread the word. And that's why I went through the process of creating. Hi, Vivian. Now, the one thing which I wanted to point out is this. Somebody at Bok Bok was one of the first to mention this. A rug pull. Yeah. So let me just tell you this. This is all the information I have currently. Anybody who does such a thing, you will end up in prison. Yeah, you will end up in prison because you are ripping people off, which is the reason why when I created these meme coins, I plowed money into a liquidity pool. It's not a lot, it's not a fantastic amount of money. No, it's not. But it is there. And that will be added to as we go all the way through from September of 2025 to 2026, 2027, all the way through. So that way, that pool remains until the 12th of April 2030 in every project which is a meme coin. Yeah. Now, what I want to say to you all is this, right? I have been informed that, like, the reason why I am a little bit late is because I just did a members only video, only accessible to people who pay the $4.99, the $8.99, and beyond. So that's why I'm a little bit late, because done that, and that is now done. So what I'm going to do also is swap the video on my channel for that video, and then when you come in, that's the first video that you will see. Now, I'm looking at doing between now, which is the 4th of September of 2025, and the same time, but in 2030, thousands and thousands and thousands of videos for you. And we got Raw Dog. I'm surprised I'm the only member. Raw Dog, you're special, mate. And the one thing I want to say to everybody who does eventually join Raw Dog, becoming a member, is this. If we can match what is in the subscribers pool, increase it, the subscribers, to 3K, and then bring the memberships together at 3K, what's going to happen is we're going to have a private, which is members only, live stream where the wheel is going to spin and somebody is going to get a nice bag if you have a Phantom wallet. You have a Phantom wallet and you enter by paying the $4.99 for tier 1, then you are in with a chance of a bag filled with Mr. G, and that is yours. All I ask is this: 1 year. Just hold for 1 year and see if the price does that. If it jumps, you've earned. And can't say fairer than that. And that's going forward, because what I want to show is I'm in a group which is content creators. They are from Europe and beyond. And we got, great to see you looking well. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how to pronounce your first name, but your second name, Staunton. So, going forward, create new content. Yeah. Brand new content, which is going to be days out. And because I obviously crossed over into monetized content, right? Build and grow and build and grow. So the things that you're going to see here is some things nobody else has. And I mean nobody. Because I was brave enough to do that. And you've got to be. Now, one thing I'm going to look at also is, because the international break is upon us and there's no football because of the international break, what I'm looking at now is maybe doing a collab with another YouTube channel. It could, right. Let me just point something out. Yeah. Somebody's turned around and saying, I bought today and I've lost 99%. Well, I was on there earlier and it's all green. It's all green because it's still up. So either somebody is trying to tug a little bit of a leg, who knows? But one thing I do know is this: all the way through until a set time, money is going in to the coins. And I'm putting it in for a reason. So there we go. Yeah. Well, do you know the thing is, right? Like I said earlier, there's lots and lots of people who dislike what I'm trying to achieve. And the best thing I can say to those people is that trot on. Yeah. Now, here's one thing, right? At the end of the day, 2.5, well, it's almost, was it 2,360 plus videos. There's going to be even more. The digital ID card may not happen. There's loads of people opposed to it, so it may not happen. Right, okay. So we have an expert in chat, Bok, who, sorry to tell you this, but you're actually wrong, you know. But you want to play that little game. That's fine, you know. You're the only one playing the game. So, yeah. But one thing I'm going to say is this. As I've just said in my other members only, is this. When 3,000 subscribers becomes 3,000 members, right? We do a live. And in that live, we spin a wheel. And whoever it lands on, they get a nice little bonus. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did, Bok. You definitely did. Because you were the one who criticised, even though you had access. You were given access March and April. Yeah. And that's to everybody that's in chat currently. This person was given access, and like I say, people are still complaining. So you weren't that good, were you? Hi Paul, I have a Mercedes bus for sale, needs a new door, but £300 if you're interested. Well, Corvo said this, and I was thinking the same thing that Corvo was on about. There's a company in the Netherlands where they create a lowliner vehicle, different sizes, long ones and little short ones, yeah, fully electric, which means they're going to be painted green, yeah. And as Corvo was saying in his message, he turned round and said 300,000 per unit. Now, over 1 billion tokens. Yeah. So there's enough wiggle room. It just means people buying. And unlike one person in chat who turned around and says that, you know, they're down 90 plus, whatever, I know different, because I've looked at the chart today, and I also looked at what I'm trying to do, which is pump money into said memes. I'm putting the money in so that people who turn around, oh, it's gone down all this, you've lost all this, and all the rest of it, is utter BS. So there we go. Right, we've got Pond. How much big money have you made? I won't make money yet. No. I need adoption of it, like back in the early days when other currencies like BTC were 10 to 20,000 pounds. You know, the more people buy at the cheap rate, it does that. It doesn't do that. It does that. Why? Because people are buying. Simple economics. And I ain't no bloomin' expert. But I do know the more people who buy, that's what happens. You go up. You don't go down. Yeah. Anyway, enough said. So, there is the membership video, which is done. That's going to be posted. And I'm going to put that smack bang right at the start of the YouTube channel. However, the second, third, and fourth, they have yet to get content, but it's coming. So there will be Geordie Nation, which is Newcastle, and that would probably be me going up to St James's Park, chatting to people, and switching from channel 1 to channel 2, and then that's where it will live. And then switching back over, once that's done, into this YouTube channel. So lots to come. Any news with leasing offices? What I'm looking at the minute is I want to see, first of all, how well the adoption is. If more and more people, which is why I'm doing multiple videos in different places, 90 seconds worth of video, that is to get people to know about it. You can't buy if you don't know where it is. And that currently is sitting on Facebook, ready to be shared across 30 pages. Each page by itself has the potential. And what I mean by potential is this: 30 pages on Facebook, if that number of people on each page surpasses 2,000, 3,000 and higher, Facebook pays me money. Simple. It's called being monetized by Facebook, plus being monetized by YouTube. Think about it. It ain't rocket science. Do you know what I mean? And this is where I'm coming from. The plan does not stop. It stops for nothing. And that's my point. So, Leonard, I am sold. How can I buy? Coinbook.fun. Memberships, that is on this YouTube channel. So, 2 ways you can do it. And the more people wake up, the better. Because I said this last year. not giving up. YouTube is like climbing Mount Everest with no rope. That's the honest truth. It is, because giving good content to you. Now, most of the larger channels, a lot of them, I could name people who I was in there right at the beginning, and they doubted, which is why on Facebook, invest in us, must have products, has them, has their YouTube channel. Others are on other pages, but they are there because I want everybody to grow, not just myself. No, that'd be easy. So what we got? X is easier to monetize and I'd follow it. X is one of those places where don't want to go. I've heard very, very bad stuff. People are getting ripped to shreds on X since it was taken over. So no. How much is Trump coin worth? Trump coin, last value I looked at, £6.60. The World Liberty Finance coin, that is at 16 pence per coin, and USD 1 is pegged to the dollar, so it'll never climb higher than the current price of the dollar. Who's it? Bluebird. Don't know about other content creators. I'm very sorry. I'm just focused on what I'm doing. And there's 12 years here, 2 likes. So let's get these likes up. John Lenny Trump coin, does money go to Donald? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It goes to his family, his sons, his daughter. She has her own coin, the Melania coin. But all the money from World Liberty Financial, the USD 1, and the Trump, that goes to the Trump family. Yes, it does. Would you, what Leonard's saying, what would you be up for a 3-way battle? Not interested, mate. Simple as, and keep your comments clean. Yeah. Keep your comments clean at the end of the day. Is the job center helping you with the apps? No. But I do have something which is called NBV, and that is in the next 2 weeks, where I'm going to go through a 2-day course. Adam is a friend. A YouTube battle? Never heard of such a thing. I can research it though, but I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, ages and ages ago, Adam was actually quite shocked. He stood back while he was doing an interview with us next to the Gallagher, because I said at the time I had just put a bet on top 4. And we did top 4. So I donated that bet to the West End Food Bank. That tree behind you is growing rapid. You mean that one there? That is a bamboo. It's bamboo, basically. Paul, thought you meant us. Yeah, you saw the predictions. Well, do you know the thing is, this next one coming up, I reckon 3rd. Yeah, 3rd come next May. I don't think we've got enough in the bag to challenge for the title. 3rd will do, because 3rd gets us back into the Champions League for 2026, 2027. Do you know what I mean? And all the players we've got, I want to see your new song for Wissa. I haven't wrote one yet. I haven't even wrote one for I mean, I did give him a mention, Nick at the back and Nick at the front. Yeah, I did give him a mention, but it's that pronunciation of his name, because it's German, you know. But yeah, there is sort of that one, you know. Now, the one thing I do want to say is this, yeah. If it's possible to hit by the time Newcastle next take to the pitch, an incredible achievement. That achievement is this: 3,000 subscribers and 3,000 members. We'll do a live where we'll spin a wheel and somebody is going to win. Yeah. Another thing I was looking at as well is this, you know, prizes. Yeah. Prizes. Well, I'm just going normally live like I am today. Yeah. A prize where we do normal prize and we do membership prize. So you get 2 different varieties. Yeah. And that's pushing forward. I mean, it could be, here's one example for you. Could be that we spin the wheel and I'm coming up for a game at St. James's Park, go into the club shop and meet the winner and ask him, pick your shirt. They pick a shirt, the numbers on the back, name on the back, it's paid for. There and then, spot, boom. And you know, they can put it on or they can have it in a bag. Choice is theirs. That's what I'm thinking as we plough forward after we hit the first target, which is 3K. Yeah? Do you agree? You might make 3K if you come back to X and promote the channel. Thing is, though, the amount of fellow YouTubers who mention what X is like is just unbelievable. Who needs eyesight when we have it? Well, I used to be a straight guy years and years ago, but that was in my younger days. got about, 24 goals and went to the wrong place. So never got that opportunity. You've been on work strike 7 years, says Aaron. Incorrect, mate. If you're gonna do stuff like that, get your facts right, man. Facts, they mean a lot. And by the way, Aaron, yeah, I've had this channel a long time. Risa signed within 15 seconds before. I heard it was 30 seconds. Bit of a rush, but it's done now. The hope is this: we already have goals in our squad. We got Harvey Barnes, well capable of putting the ball back in the net. Then the other side, Jacob Murphy, well capable. Add to him Anthony Elanga, more than capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. Wissa, well, here's a hope for you. And this is just a hope. Now, there's 12 years here. Let's get the likes up. Howie, come on. You're not here to make pancakes. You're here to watch, yeah, and listen. So, my thing is this, with Wissa and Nick up front. Eddie changes the way we play. Some games, 1. Some games, 2. And we intermix. Because people are going to look at our club and they're going to say, oh, well, they're only going to play one of them. So if we mix it up with 2, going through the season and having William Masula sitting on the bench, ready, we're going to go places. So then, it's probably because earlier I had a migraine. Migraines are absolutely evil. And there we go. No, it's not. No. Incorrect. Now, one thing I'm going to say to you all is this. Each and every time I can afford, I'm going to plow money into these meme coins until they get to a certain amount. So that's every time. Using money from my channel and other things. In that way, it is a rock solid liquidity pool. So, and the other thing is, like I said to those at Universal Credit this morning, told them everything to be transparent. And that's the way forward. Let them know, and then they already know about the apps and everything else. I don't care who grasped. It's past tense because the person who did that, yeah, that person who did that, well, they might have got a little bit of money. They might have. But one thing, and it's this: I have shown in transparency, Department of Works and Pensions, everything, down to the last nut, penny. So what they tried to achieve, they failed spectacularly, because I said to Universal Credit exactly every step I was taking, the bills, the receipts, everything. So, yeah. That's on the way, Road Dog. That's on the way. It's through NBV who are doing that grant. Yeah. So that's on the way. I've got to go through a 2-day course. So do the 2 days, boosh. And part of the money from that, I'll stick into the treasury for the memes and better equipment, so that more videos can be done at St James's Park, in Newcastle upon Tyne, and everywhere else within the United Kingdom. That's the whole purpose of putting it all together in one place. Yeah, like the memberships, $4.99, $8.99, and beyond. It's beyond because once the business of the apps has grown, people are going to be needed to man the telephones, talk to customers, etc. And they already know this. So there's a lot of plates to juggle. There is. But it's manageable. And with the help of the grant, which Road Dog was on about earlier, we can move forward. Like, instead of me being in a dark room with a bookcase and a plant, I can be in an office with a blue screen where there is a video playing in the background of St James's Park or the beach or something else. And that's pushing us forward. So, yeah, lots to come. Will you allow Sunderland fans to be members? Sunderland are in the Premier League. Am I correct? Have you considered getting a green screen for the front room? No, because what I wanted to do was, in the city centre, there is a bus station. It's called Broadmarsh. And all the way around the bus station is empty space. Just sitting there, taking one of the units and then painting the wall green or blue and using that with natural sunlight coming straight through the window. And that's what I want to do, so that people can walk in the door and say, wow, okay. Because what I want to be able to have is shirts, merchandise, in shelves, so that when people come in, they can try stuff on. And that's moving from here, where we are now, somewhere else, showing growth. That's the whole point of it. Have you ever invested? Yes, I have. Yes. I was one of those very fortunate. 1 second. That's better. Put some light on the subject. I was one of those people when the takeover happened. I was one of those people who had shares in Newcastle United. Didn't have a lot of shares. No, I didn't. But I still had them. I've still got them. They will never leave. Never. Because somebody ever turns around and says, oh, well, no, you didn't. There you go. There's the proof. And there's other bits as well. But it's not a gigantic amount. How much are they worth? Not a lot. But they're still there. The other stuff was purchased years and years ago when I was working, and still got it. Still the same amount, exactly the same amount, and who knows? What happened was this. First of all, he went to Freddie Shepherd, got his, and or was that the last one he went to? He went to Sir John Hall, acquired his, then Shepherd's, and yeah, it was under the rules a full buyout. So, like I say, his check was ripped and torn into 1,000 pieces. Exaggerate like, but it was torn up and destroyed. So I didn't take a damn thing. And I've still got the shares to prove it. Yeah, I will be getting merch. Yes. Hoodies, t-shirts, baseball caps, etc. Yes. So lots of things to come. Now, thank you all for coming in. Appreciate it. What I'm going to say to you all is this, right? We're going to be doing members only, which, like the 10-minute one, well, it wasn't 10 minutes, it was 7 minutes, such and such. There's going to be more of them. And on screen, we're going to have a spinny wheel, which press a button, spins, and if it lands on you, you win. So that's going forward once we hit 3,000 subscribers and 3,000 members. And then we do it again at 6, which is double. And then every time it doubles, we do it again. and then the figures claims each time. So you don't get the same every time. It goes up. And that's a way of me showing you gratitude. Good evening, Steve-O. But as we go forward, I have to show the YouTube content creators group who are looking at this channel. They're looking. I have to show them when we're making movements forward, which is why that video is going on straight away after this live. Go straight on to the very first video anybody sees, and then we move forward from there. And one thing I'm going to say to you all is this: if I'm doing music, if I'm playing the guitar and I'm singing, yeah, if there are 30 or more in chat, do that. So they're equal numbers. Every single YouTube channel has it different. Where I say some, where here's an example for you. Paul Ditchburn will have 2,000 plus in chat. People donating memberships. But if you look at the lake is well down. So let's balance it up. Yeah. And this is what YouTube wants you to do. So if you're coming in, then as soon as you come in, hit the like. And then if you want to do a super chat, bosh. You want to do a membership, bosh. It's done. Yeah. This shows those high up in YouTube we're moving forward. So there we go. In a nutshell. Thank you, Steve-O. Thank you. But as we come forward to next year, because we're in September, October, November, December, yeah? We've got 4 months. Still doing content for our club first, Newcastle United, second, third, fourth, fifth. So you're not just getting one content, you get multiple. And I think that is the way forward. Because it's not just football. No. It's different. And that, I think, gives you value as a member as we go towards 2026, 2027, 2028, and beyond. Right. Thank you all for being here. Much appreciated to all of you. It'd not be better to have a different channel. I do have Geordie Nation. I do have the Mighty Magpie channel. That's only for AI driven video. So there is different channels and they're going to get content. But here it's Newcastle United, music, and more. That way you get more. Paul, lost Isaac. How do you think the club will handle it when a gnome attacks? What? Never mind. So, thank you all for coming in a little bit later. But I said I'd still be here. And hopefully tomorrow I don't have the migraine. So I can do 11:30 and then 7 p.m. But thank you. They might do, Steve-O. They might do. But if the song is related, here's an example. Hey, Bonnie lad, are you brave enough? Break the shackles. All three, and there's more, but all three of those are related to our football team on the pitch. Yeah? Just letting you know. So, thank you all for being here. Hope to see everybody 11:30 in the morning. And before you go, do that and spread the word. What you get here, you won't get anywhere else. So, spread the word. And thanks for watching.